Good morning, students. Today you have to discuss the Newton's laws of motion. We have the three different laws of motion: first law, second law, and third law. And one by one, we have to discuss the laws of motion. The first law of motion, Newton's first law of motion, what it tells: everybody continues in its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless an external unbalanced force is applied on it. Means from this definition what you are getting it, the object is having own tendency to remain at rest, or if it is in motion will be moving in a straight line motion unless and until it is compelled by some unbalanced external forces. If it is not unbalanced external forces, I am talking about the unbalanced external forces, the net forces acting on the body, the object will accelerate it. So, so from this definition, it is clear that the object is having the own tendency. If it is at rest, it remains at rest. If it is in motion, will be continuing in moving in a straight line motion. This is Newton's first law of motion, and from this first law, you are getting the about the force and inertia. The tendency, the object is having its own tendency. That tendency is the property of the object, and that property is called the inertia. So what is inertia? It is that property of a body due to which it opposes or resists any change in its state of rest or uniform motion. That is the tendency. That is the tendency of opposition. It is the tendency of opposition offered by the object to change the state of rest or to change the state of motion in a straight line. Means to tell, if the object is at rest, always the object will have the tendency to remain to occupy that rest position. If the object is in motion, it will be trying to occupy that motion in a straight line, provided if the unbalanced force is not applied on it. That means to tell, what happens here, the mass actually is responsible for producing the measure of inertia. That inertia, that property, that mass is the measure of that inertia. More the mass, more is the inertia. For example, to take it, a small stone and a big stone. So which stone, because both the stones are at rest, so more force is required to give the motion to a bigger stone than the smaller stone, and it is because of that mass of the bigger stone is more than the smaller stone. So that it means that mass is the measure of inertia. And we are having the three different types of inertia. One is the inertia of rest, and inertia of motion, and inertia of direction. What is the inertia of rest? Inertia of rest, it is the property of the body to oppose any change in its state of rest is known as the inertia of rest. What is the inertia of rest? It is that opposition offered by the object to change its state of rest. If the object is at rest, will not try to be in motion, will be opposing to change the rest position. That property is called the inertia of rest, and we can explain it by different examples also, and one by one we can discuss the example. Suppose a man is standing in a bus. Suppose the bus platform is here. The bus platform is here. The man is standing on the bus. Inside the bus, the man is standing on the floor. If the bus suddenly moves, this is the bus. If the bus suddenly starts moving, what will happen? If the bus moves in this direction, the feet of the man is on contact with the floor of the bus. And due to the contact force, as the bus moves in forward direction, this portion is in contact with the bus, and that will be pulled in forward direction. That means unbalanced force is pulling the foot of the man in forward direction, and the other portion of the man, as they are at rest, the other portion of the man was at rest, and no unbalanced force is acting on that portion, so it will be trying to remain its own position. What was the own position? The own position was the man was standing before at rest, So automatically, as the leg is pulling in forward direction, foot is pulling in forward direction, the rest portion will be trying to occupy its own position. That means it was before on the back of that motion, so the man will be falling down. In that case, the man will be falling down. In that case, the man will be falling down because this portion was at rest and will be trying to remain at rest. And this portion, due to the unbalanced force pulled in forward direction. It is because of the man is falling backward because of the inertia of rest. And we can show the another small activity to demonstrate clearly the inertia of rest. Thank you.